Hi everybody, welcome to G for G here on YouTube. Today we are taking a look at the newest update to Gigantic, and it is the Exile in the North update. Now, a little bit about this version that you see before you. This is a version that is available to Windows 10 users through the Microsoft Store, or those who are using the Xbox app, and also Xbox One. So, a little bit about the game. Arc, through Perfect World, is distributing the game to all platforms, including Windows 10, but also different Windows operating systems. I don't know about Mac or Linux, but if you are using Windows that is not Windows 10, you will be able to get the game through Perfect World's Arc launcher, kind of Perfect World's Steam launcher or Battle.net launcher, as it were. That version is not available in open beta right now, but if you are playing on the Xbox One or Windows 10, then this is what you will be playing right now. Windows 10 and Xbox One will be sharing the same player pool. Arc Client will be its own player pool, at least for some time now. I think eventually they would like to get everybody on the same pool, and to be honest, that is my hope. As an outside player who obviously doesn't understand the coding or stuff like that, I would like to see everybody be able to play on one giant pool rather than split the community. The reason being is that the Windows 10 Store version has some issues, and it's not specific to Gigantic. It is thanks to Microsoft. It's very hard to tweak things that come delivered through the store. Things are capped at 60 FPS, and like you saw in the beginning of the video, I had to start recording, tab back into it. The GeForce Experience doesn't let me record from here, so it's just screwed up, and it's not Gigantic's fault. It's actually Microsoft. So in a lot of ways, even on Windows 10, people might enjoy the Arc client version better, but it's going to split the community. As of right now, you can actually maintain 2 accounts. Even though it's not playable on Arc, you can make an account over there and then have an account that does the Windows and Xbox One stuff. So, Pako is back. And that's what you're seeing over here with the new hero skin for Pako. I am Tyto. He is available again. So now he was actually around for a little while in the beta. I thought I heard something at one point that him being out was kind of an accident. He was meant for devs only, but like somebody left him on. I don't know if that was true or not, but he became a fan favorite for quite some time because of his rather cute and happy-go-lucky personality and everything. Now, surprisingly, he's not breathing. You're not seeing his breath over here. I could swear I remember him, at least on the Xbox One version, when he would breathe, you would see like little cold air breath coming out from him and everything. Currently, I haven't seen it on the PC version. I don't know if it's gone, but I do remember that when he would breathe, you would just see like his breath hanging out there. So, this is his stock skin called the Innocent. He comes in a color variant of baby blue and tickled pink. So, I mean, the colors honestly make him look like a child stuffed toy. And I think that's some of the appeal to him over there. I mean, that seems like a baby boy's color, and that seems like a baby girl's. He has this new one called Eternal Master, where you need to be hero rank 5 for him. Changes some things about his appearance, but not really the face. The stripes down his center become more pronounced. The backpack has got a lot of detail to it. Here is his I Am Tyto skin. And you can see there's Tyto's little furry companion over there that looks like he's strangling a rabbit. And then there is Tyto the Rich. And Yellow and Blue Tyto. Um, Definitely with the skull mask, it makes the Tyto skins fairly different, and he gets a bit of a cape too. It's actually Tyto's cape. So there's the back end of Eternal Master. He doesn't get anything wildly different, but he is a melee tank, and he does a lot of slows through ice-based abilities, and he's got some stuns in there too. Reasonable offense, high defense, decent mobility thanks to one move, and his utility's kind of low. He has a kind of a very slow-moving or slow animated melee combo where it's like a swipe, Ryu or Ken uppercut. He throws a snowball that explodes when it hits the ground. It stuns and freezes them. Holding the right mouse button, at least on the Windows version, charges it up 3 notches. Slip and slide allows him to kind of go sledding on the ground, and you'll get a little bit of a bar that shows you how long this lasts. It really reminds me of National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation when Clark Griswold, Chevy Chase, gets on the that tin disc, and he just zips along down the hill at like 90 miles an hour and goes across the road. Frost Path. Create a path of ice in front of you. Inflicts freeze on foes. Speed boost to allies. And then Breath of Frigid Air, his ultimate, does a full freeze, turning enemies into 3-piece snowmen, and then breaking them out deals damage. Now, other heroes have some skins and everything going on, so we've seen some of these before in other videos, but Blessings of Orion is a new spear for him, and there's his master skin. Pretty cool looking. Pretty visually distinctive there. For Beckett, these are the ones that I like to call the Rocketeer. Those are the store skins. I mean, that's like straight up Rocketeer right there. And I think that's pretty awesome. And I'd have to say, other than Pako's recent popularity, if there's anybody who kind of defines Gigantic as their icon, it's been Beckett for a long time. There's his master skin, light and purple, with dark on the jets, and there's his stock as a comparison. There's the Margrave. All of Margrave's skins look pretty good. There's his Master. So Master seems to be white with purple for just about everybody. Seraph Slayer is pretty cool. And there's an alternate weapon for him, the Mark of Devedra. There's Amani. I play Amani a lot. I've had a lot of experience with Amani on the X-Bone version. Kind of a frosty look to her. There's Dark Tidings. There's Eternal Master. Kind of like her stock skins over this one a little bit. Not that crazy about that neck piece. There's her kind of like the golden gun. There's Pako. We've looked at him. HK206 is somebody I wanted to try at one point, thinking maybe he's like a Bastion-ish character. There's his master skin. Heavy gear changes him pretty considerably. It sort of adds a bit of grit to his character, a little bit of evilness when that head pops up. Here's Tyto, which is the one that Pako emulates with his alternate skin. Eternal Master really seems to change the mask a lot. The color scheme almost gives it a more hawk-like look to it. Well, or kind of an owl look. It really accentuates the owl part of it. Then he has a new one called Songbird, or Sunbird, with a Songbird alternate. Here's a Valerian, which... Wow, Scarlet Valerian's pretty cool. So is Midnight. I like this. The Valerian ones here. Very Fencer-esque. I like that. It's very Three Musketeers. It's pretty cool. Here's Voden. I have a decent amount of Voden experience. I like him a lot. He's a pretty simple character. But at the same time, it can be really strong if you can stay on the back line for a little while. He gains a mask. Desolation under Ruin is really cool. I like that. Here's Trip. Big fan favorite. Generally considered one of the most annoying characters in the game. Very good trips. Can be absolutely vicious. But very bad trips just feed. They kind of get her kill potential a little wrong. And they dive too much and wind up screwing themselves. But Stark Reality's cool. Blood Money I've also liked. I see a lot of shock therapy trips, but I think Blood Money's got a little bit of a better look to it. There's his Eternal Master. Citadel of Amber's his store skin. I see some of these, the Frost one, fairly often, and he actually has 2 different weapons. They're putting a lot into Trip. I've heard Trip has been nerfed slightly. Wu is the one who apparently took a really big nerf. He can't, like, stun lock somebody 0 to 100 now. Here's Charnook, Flamecaster. There's his Eternal Master. This Cult of Power one is really cool. I like Cult of Fire and Cult of Power Greed I don't like too much. That just makes him look like a dinosaur. Here's Wu, the guy who I think has kind of gotten pooped on a little bit in this patch. Mercy Gee's pretty cool. There's Eternal Master, which looks a little different from the stock. There's Shadow's Touch. He kind of gets more of an outfit for that. I don't like woos too much. I've been hyper focused by woos at time, and they absolutely go ham on you. I've seen a lot of very aggressive woos. There's Eternal Master. Huh, that's cool. An armored skin for Mozu is kind of funny. His wands, or her wands, get a lot nicer under Blessings of Orion. Here's Uncle Sven, kind of like Pip from Paladins to a certain degree. I've always visually loved his flasks. I can sit here and stare at those flasks, the way the liquid bounces around and like the bottom stays in place and everything like that. But here's some skins for him. He has Eternal Master. This bizarre one, which is pretty cool. I think there was a Santa Sven at some point. A lot of people want that back, and his flasks get way more involved here, but it kind of, you lose the top of it. Here's Griselma. She used to have a frosty skin too. Where she almost looked like Pako in it, and that one seems to have disappeared. Here's Vidasi. Apparently she's been changed into being easier to play and been made more accessible, but she tends to get hyper focused really badly, and she's kind of easy to take her out. Angel of Mercy and Angel of Peace look pretty cool. Here's Asling. You see a lot of streamers with this particular character. Here's our Noble Squire. And I do believe they've never had another skin for her. I think the alternate skin has always been this, but I could be wrong. Throughout the betas in Xbox One, they've had moments where they've had different skins for people, and I have seen some kind of like drop off, like that Griselda one I've never seen come back, but they are bringing some of them back. So here is Zenobia. I've played her a lot. She's kind of fun and straightforward. Death and Darkness is pretty cool. Eternal Master seems to fit her. This looks like Maleficent, and I like Hunger over there. And the Mark of Devedra changes her little companion over there. It gets a little bit bigger. And there's Knossos again. So, I would be playing right now, except for the fact that a lot of things have happened today. For some reason, the 19th is huge. We have the Exile in the North for Gigantic, and Battleborn is also doing their big thing today too. So there's going to be a new operation, a new character, and I don't know if the free-to-play thing starts yet, but there's like a whole bunch going on over in Battleborn. That's downloading in the background. Let me tab out and see how that's going over here. Oh, that's done. Alright, well, let's see if maybe we can get into a bit of a match here. I've done the tutorial before. Well, let's see what it has for the tutorial. Now, originally, way back in the early betas on the Xbox One, the tutorial was different. It was this kind of very involved tutorial that shows you, like, how to move around the map and a couple of other things. Yeah, see, at that time I was forced into doing Beckett in that tutorial. I wonder if this is going to be that tutorial or not. Wow, you can really... Alright, so let's go with Iron Tower. And... yeah, actually, let's go with Iron Tower. And we'll go with Iron Tower as a weapon.
Alright, listen up, crew. Leyren gains power as we defeat enemies and control the battlefield. When she has enough power to rampage, we must attack with her. The first Guardian to reach full power attacks. It's our job to make sure Leyren gets power before Gren.
I think this might be the very original tutorial and everything, where it shows you how to, like, jump and stuff. Let's see. Have they messed up my keybinds?
Let's get it done. Follow me.
I think they messed up. They messed up my keybinds. Oh, damn this thing. Yeah, so hopefully we don't have one of those situations. Yep. Alright, that looks a little bit better.
We should summon creatures on our power circles to secure them. Keep in mind, it's best to stay close while the summon is in progress.
This is the old
the faster it completes.
This is the old tutorial.
Thanks. Controlling the battlefield helps Leyren gain power, but we shouldn't try to hold the whole map. We should summon creatures on our power circles to secure them. Summon here.
I like to do a healing one.
And remember, if the creature dies, that's a kill for the enemy, which gives them power. Don't summon a creature you can't defend.
I think at the time it was just...
well done.
Just an announcer.
Leyren will show us when and where we can channel power to her.
Originally. Rather than having Amani out on the field, I think it was just an announcer telling you to do it, but This really reminds me of the old tutorial from the early beta days.
Spread out!
So there's a Tyto and a Sven that we're going against.
On our side of the battlefield, we can also summon creatures to gather power for us.
So Beckett's generally a pretty straightforward character. Right click is a grenade, left click is his pistol shots.
Upgrade here.
One of his abilities will go ahead and switch over his ammo to being a shotgun, as you can see here. Now we are going to change him from a juvenile creature to an adult one, which of course will be better. One of his abilities is the rocket jet. Oh, that's interesting. I'm behind them. So for him, his pistols are good at a distance, and if you close somebody, going into shotgun mode is a little better.
Time to move out.
Now the game kind of offers you quick ways of doing your upgrades, or you can just bring up the menu and have a little bit more control over it.
Attack my mark!
I tend to like a lot of cracked armor abilities when I can. It really helps ratchet up the damage on people. It's a more refined version of the tutorial that they used to have, but this is pretty much what you would see on the Xbox One version about a year ago.
Leyren has reached full power and is moving into position to strike. She will expose Grant's life gem and keep him pinned as long as her power holds out. Let's make it count. Strike the life gem. Operation complete.
So that's it. That's the tutorial now. It basically shows you how to do your creatures, how to do an upgrade, and also how to get a wound on the enemy guardian and what happens when your guardian rampages. So now it can actually go live. But I'll save that for another video and hopefully maybe get some Pako play. He does look a lot of fun. But I do have the Founders Pack for it. So all of the characters are available to me. Let me see if I can bring back that list over here. Escape doesn't bring you backwards, unfortunately. It always just brings up the menu. Okay. Yeah, so it looks like up for free right now is Beckett, which is pretty cool. Good starter character. Margrave, Trip, the HK206, Mozu, Uncle Sven, and then on page 2, nobody's available. So Beckett's pretty cool character. Very straightforward, your Soldier 76 type over here. Good for people to get into. Trip can be really, really vicious or really, really feed. Pako is the newest. Margrave is a tank. I think he has nothing ranged, if I remember correctly. I do want to try an HK206 at some point. There's Mozu, who can generally be pretty annoying at range, and Sven, who's kind of one of the healers. So there you go, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video of Gigantic's Exile in the North update. And you'll see me tab out, and the video will end. Peace out, everybody. Have a good one.